Ancient Valley, Day 65. A sheer, bottomless stone wall blocks the path. The only way forward is rappelling down this abyss using giant tree roots. To support her body weight and backpack, she must choose the oldest banyan roots. The baby monkey clings tight to her shoulder, ready for the drop.
The updraft is incredibly strong. These dry roots can snap easily. I must now stay flat against the cliff. Maintain balances to minimize the weight load out.
Every movement must be extremely careful. But the arid terrain causes the root bark to peel. Gravity is stretching the limits, and the fracture pattern on the tree indicates immense force. Something very large passed through here. Something that could easily snap a tree of this size. A giant pterosaur is hunting. Instantly, she holds her breath, flattening her body into a crevice to become invisible to the aerial beast.
It's circling back. Aerial predators possess incredibly sharp vision. Just one slight movement right now means certain death.
The hunter circles close to the cliff, riding the thermal updrafts. Its cold, sharp eyes scan every millimeter of the rock surface in search of prey. Wild instinct takes over. The baby black panther hides perfectly inside the girl's jacket, slowing its heart rate, remaining absolutely motionless to erase its presence. Failing to spot prey, the giant beast gives up and flies away. Relieved of the crushing tension, she resumes her descent into the final layer of fog.
The impact is absorbed well by the thick sole. You can feel the stability on this uneven terrain.
The deadly cliff face is now behind her, but the ground is no safer. Before her lies an ocean of mist swallowing an immense forest of giant ferns. The deeper she ventures into the giant fern forest, the thicker the mist becomes. Visibility quickly drops below 2 meters.
There's very strange scent in the air. It's sickly sweet. My head could suggest it must be hallucinogenic pollen.
Realizing the biological threat, she immediately tears a piece of cloth from her spare bag, wetting it to create an emergency air filter. Completely disoriented in the toxic mist, the girl decides to close her eyes. Touching the black panther lightly with one hand, she borrows its wild survival instinct. The baby monkey sniffs the air. The black panther steps forward confidently. Completely trusting their animal scent tracking, the girl follows their invisible guidance blindfold.
Toxic pollen can deceive both sight and mind. Right now, I must entrust my life to the intuition of animals.
The baby black panther moves with extreme caution. Its keen sense of smell continuously analyzes the slightest air currents amidst the thick sea of mist. Patience has paid off. A clean gust of wind suddenly blows in, tearing through the toxic wall of mist right in front of them. Escaping the toxic air zone, the girl slowly removes her makeshift filter, taking a deep breath to clear her lungs. The sky is clear again, but the peace is incredibly short-lived. The ground suddenly shakes to a deep, rhythmic rumble, signaling a massive event. The vast marshland shakes violently. From the horizon, a herd of giant, long-necked herbivorous dinosaurs is trudging directly toward the girl.
That is not an bird. It is a migration of ancient titans. Their size is beyond human imagination.
The herd approaches. Giant pillar-like legs, like massive towers of flesh, sweep across the marshland, completely blocking out the sunlight. The threat is not being eaten, but the risk of being accidentally crushed under footsteps weighing tens of tons. When facing large predators, the key is to stay low and use the terrain. Mud and water can mask your scent and provide cover. Realizing the extreme danger, she scoops up the baby monkey, signals the black panther, and begins a full sprint to weave out of the death zone. She must weave through massive footsteps, like giant pillars of flesh constantly crashing down into the marshland.
I must time their rhythm perfectly. One wrong step right now means getting instantly crushed.
When running in deep mud, keep your center of gravity low and take short, deliberate steps. A fall is inevitable, so protect your supplies and be ready to get back up quickly. The girl and her two pets lie flat beneath the log. Darkness envelops them as a colossal foot drops down inches away outside, blocking all light. The ground stops shaking. The giant leg pillar steps over, leaving a deep mud crater and suffocating survival pressure. A narrow escape. She slowly crawls out of the shelter, looking up as the giant dinosaur herd gradually disappears. Advancing deeper, the terrain shifts to a shallow swamp. The crystal clear water reaches only the ankles, revealing a bottom covered in ancient moss. The scenery is as flat as a giant mirror. Everything is eerily quiet, without even a single frog or bird call.
Shallow water often creates an illusion of safety. But remember, in nature, absolute silence is usually the territory of camouflaged predators.
Smooth rocks covered in green moss are scattered throughout the swamp. They look completely harmless and blend perfectly into the landscape.
Just a small ripple. Instantly, the inanimate rock slowly opens a cold, glaring yellow eye from the muddy moss.
Its eye. Don't move a muscle. This is when the freeze state determines survival. Do not create a single ripple.
Perfect camouflage. A giant prehistoric amphibian monster is submerged right beneath the moss, leaving only its cold eyes to ambush prey. Realizing the level of danger, the girl begins to lift her foot incredibly slowly. Every step back must be calculated in millimeters. Wild animals are highly perceptive. The black panther and baby monkey also remain completely motionless, synchronizing their breathing with their owner to retreat.
The key to survival isn't just stealth, it's understanding the creature's tells. That slow blink, it's not sleepiness, it's calculation.
Muscle control under extreme pressure is an essential survival skill. Sweat beads on her forehead even though the swamp is very cool. Every silent backward step has taken her out of the danger zone. The dry bank finally appears right behind her.
Ambush predators lack patience if the prey doesn't panic. Never ban your back to run before reaching the shore.
All three reach the bank safely. The amphibian monster slowly closes its eye, once again transforming into a lifeless mossy rock at the bottom of the swamp. The girl carefully wrings out the water from her pant legs to prevent mold and reduce movement friction, a basic but essential survival rule. The next challenge immediately appears. A prehistoric field of yellow grass grows taller than a person, completely obscuring vision and hiding invisible stalkers. From above, the giant grass field looks like an endless maze. But the terrifying part is the streaks of grass silently parting, darting swiftly toward the girl.
Grass taller than my head completely strips away my long-range vision. I have this chilling feeling of being watched by invisible ghosts.
Wild instincts never lie. The baby black panther growls softly, turning in circles alertly as nearby grass stalks rustle unnaturally. An intelligent pack of predators is tightening the encirclement. Realizing the danger, she immediately drops low to her knees beside a small mud puddle. Mud helps mask their biological scent. The invisible grass encirclement closes in, revealing swift dark shadows darting under the stalks.
There are too many of them. I will throw this rock hard towards 3 o'clock and create a decoy sound, tearing the encirclement to escape.
A classic diversionary tactic. By throwing the large rock with all her might, she creates a loud crashing sound in the distance. See that broken stalk pattern? Something big came through here, not long ago. Stay low, stay quiet. We don't want to be next on the menu. Falling for the sound trap, the encirclement instantly reveals a single gap. Without hesitation, she holds the baby monkey tight and sprints through the death zone. Speed determines survival. All three dash out of the dark field, setting foot on an open rocky hill with completely clear visibility.
5 life or death trials of the ancient valley. Sometimes the most dangerous enemy is not a giant beast, but this silent environment itself.
Survival in a hostile, ancient environment isn't about brute force. It's about absolute discipline. What we witnessed today highlights 5 critical rules of extreme wilderness survival. First, vertical terrain requires meticulous weight management. Never entrust your life to a dead root. Second, when an environment attacks your senses with toxins, close your eyes and rely on the unfiltered instincts of your animal companions. Third, against overwhelming physical threats, timing your movement and finding hard cover are your only shields. Fourth, never mistake still water for safe water. Against a camouflaged ambush predator, mastering the freeze response and retreating without causing a single ripple is the line between life and death. Finally, when surrounded by pack hunters in zero visibility terrain, mask your scent with mud, create a decoy sound, and exploit the single gap they leave behind. You survive through strategy, never through panic.